last year or who were in 7th grade this year, they're using a lot of technology now at the middle school now, iPads and laptops, and they're using all kinds of new technology that is geared toward student achievement. And they're doing great things down there. I walk down to the middle school, walk around the hallways, kids are sitting in the hallways and they're tapping into the internet, and they're doing research projects. It's really a neat thing. Mr. Strauser, Mr. Fox, they found ways to grow that program both upward and down, and now we have the technology at the 8th grade. We didn't want the 7th graders just to have it last year and say it's a one-time shot. They found a way to grow it to the 8th grade, filter it down to the 6th grade, and then Mrs. Bullock has found ways to bring it to Court Street to the 4th and 5th graders. We have smart boards, Memios, all kinds of different things at Court Street for our students and for our teachers. So we're trying to move toward that technology end to drive our instruction with technology. It is a dream and a vision for our new campus to be totally wireless. And for you parents that, I know a lot of you have kids involved in sports and music and after-school programs, and you drive back here and you wait in your car and you see when they're out of practice, you can pick them up. The idea is you'll be able to come into our cafeteria, or you'll be able to sit in your car, you'll be able to tap into the Wi-Fi and continue to do what you need to do while waiting for your child to be finished. So we're trying to look ahead and see what the needs of the community are and parents for our campus. And then we've had a few mini grants awarded to our staff, both locally. Our Circleville City Schools Foundation has awarded some mini grants to some teachers starting some innovative programs. And we've also had some state grants awarded. Just recently, our librarian, he applied for a grant to move technology into the library, and he received that grant. We had one of Mr. Strauss and Mr. Fox's teachers, Mr. Chad Spradley, 7th grade social studies teacher, applied for a grant and received that grant. So the teachers know that there's opportunities out there, and they're doing a good job of going after those as well. And then the last thing I'd talk about are the after-school programs. I know this is one of Sherry's babies because she started this. She started the after-school program, the Extra Mile program that we have going both for the grades 3 through 8, and now the Milestone program here at the high school. These are great programs, and some of you may take the opportunity to have your students in those programs. Homework help, they do some after-school activities, but it's really a great thing. If you ever have the opportunity to go and see it in action, they're really doing some great things there. Our teachers and our staff, and our classified staff there as well. At the high school, our Milestone, I believe we're in our 3rd year of our Milestone project. It's a credit recovery. Can you hear me back there? It's a credit recovery program that for those students who are non-traditional, they just really can't sit in the seats from 7 in the morning until 2:30 in the afternoon at the high school level. We have a tailored program for them. They come in about 1 o'clock and they go until about 5 or 5:30, and they gain back the credits that they didn't get while they were freshmen and sophomores. And so far, I believe we've had about 7 graduates over the past 2 years, and that's huge. Maybe you see that in the Columbus Dispatch where Pickerington has done it or Reynoldsburg's done it. Well, we've been doing this our 3rd year now. So I guess maybe we need to get out more in the media and let them know what great things we're doing here too. On the back of your program, I just shared that with you because I shared it with the entire staff. We had our opening convocation out of Hyatt Christian University. It's a poem from Mother Teresa. It's anyway, and I'm not going to read it to you. You all can read it, but basically it just challenges you to do it anyway. I know we're going to have naysayers out there. Everything's always not going to go well every day at the school, and we just encourage our staff to do it anyway. Do what's right for the students, and that's our mantra. That's what we live by, and we're here for the students. Everybody that works at the district, from bus drivers all the way up through my office, we're here for the students, and I think they know that. I think they know we care for them as individuals. Finally, before I introduce the next 2 speakers, I want to recognize that we do have April Dingler here as the president of the Academic Booster Club. If anyone would like to be a part of the Academic Booster Club, they've taken on a task this year of taking all the individual elementary buildings, their parent-teacher organizations, and molding them into one. So in a year and a half or 2 years, when we go into the new building, we'll have one organization and not Court Street PTB and Nicholas PTB and Atwater. We're trying to look ahead and trying to get everybody on one page so when we move into the new buildings, we're all focused and in line with what we're doing. So if any of you would like to join the Academic Booster Club, you can see April afterwards. April is your meeting on the first Wednesday of the month?
Yes, every board meeting.
Okay. Okay. Second Wednesday of the month at 6 o'clock. Usually have it in here, right? Okay. So I'll turn this over to a couple other speakers that we have. We're very proud to have our talented and gifted coordinator here this morning to speak to us. And I don't want to steal all of her thunder because she knows she's going to talk a little bit about it. But last year when the state went to line item vetoes and took things out of budgets, they did take the line item on talented and gifted. But we chose here to keep talented and gifted and even to grow talented and gifted. So she's going to talk about that. And we have been doing this for a number of years, and I'll let Deborah actually talk about that.
Somebody doesn't want to hear it.
Sorry. Must have been my key. I apologize.
Kirk's absolutely correct. The money for gifted actually was still there in the budgets. They just took the line item out. And a lot of school districts look at that as a way to, oh, I don't have to spend that on this particular thing anymore because the state's not telling me directly that I have to. But they were told that they were supposed to continue gifted services. Many districts did keep them, but they cut them way back. Others eliminated them entirely. Our district made the choice to keep K-12 gifted services and to keep a coordinator to run those services and the extracurricular programs for gifted and other students in our district. And I'm very proud of that fact. It's a long tradition here in Circleville. Actually, it's a 30-year-old tradition this year. And that's why Kirk's given me the opportunity to speak to you because I'm so excited about it and have some events planned that I wanted to tell you about. I had to move my office this year. And I'm sure most of you, when you move, you find that thing that you didn't know where it was and you looked for diligently for a long time. And, oh, there it was. When you move is when you discover a lot of neat things and happy things that you're glad to have back. What I discovered was the gifted files had never, ever, ever in 30 years been culled in any way. So what I found was a lot of old documents from the very beginning of the program. And as the gifted coordinator now in my 5th year, I did not know that we had had a gifted program for 30 years. So I was very excited to find that, and I thought it should be celebrated. Our district has the strong history of differentiating for students, and this is just one evidence of that. For special ed students and those teachers, and for gifted students and those teachers, their training is all about differentiating to meet the needs of each student. And now those trainings are incorporated into teacher preparation all across the country. Now all teachers are learning how to differentiate. The research and the practice came from those two fields. And so gifted education has actually been beneficial to all students everywhere, particularly in Circleville, where we push differentiation a great deal. So I'm very proud of that fact also. The gifted program has benefited our school district and all our students in a number of ways. One is that we have extracurricular programs like Destination Imagination, which used to be called Odyssey of the Mind. We've done Camp Invention. We have Math Olympiad. Those are not exclusive to gifted students. Yes, we put those students in there because they provide challenge and opportunity, but they're open to other students as well. So many students in our district have benefited from those types of programs throughout the years. When I was looking through some of the older documents, I found a couple of things, like old Mimeo paper, which I wish still had the smell, but it didn't. and the original Alpha.